Smack Little Nip Hustle. Big shout out to SPI, Spotter Loc. You know I'm in the black box. Had to come through, tap in, show love one time. Yeah, y'all make sure y'all subscribe. Stay tuned. All that.
Yo, 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 yo. This the shock to see, man. Gunplay going off on Rick Ross. I guess we ain't seen them together in a while. I guess eventually, you know, as things progress within, you know, the industry, typically, no matter if it's 50 Cent, Jay-Z, don't really remember Nas developing a group or a camp, Eminem, Snoop Dogg, that group camaraderie that they try to build around them eventually disseminates, and that person that was putting it together seems to rise to or separate themselves to a singular individual situation. Now, a lot of time that comes with tension, beef, disgruntled individuals. Sometimes it's done amicably. So it would have seemed all this time that Rick Ross has not been really seen creating or politicking or being with Gunplay. You would have thought they just went their separate ways, but now we have evidence that that might not be so. So I figured we'd check it out together. Gunplay goes off on the biggest boss. See what they've been up to with no further ado. I'm gonna try to skip past. Let me give them a shout out. So we won't just be using, but they got like a long intro of a lot of different elements. But this is Messy TV, MESETV, but the E's are threes, so it's M3S3TV. Let's get it.
This new episode. That's one of my next questions, having to do with him.
Yeah.
But I wanted to, before we switch topics, was it hard for you, you know what I'm saying, juggling the streets and seeing all this money at this young age and pursuing rap, where a lot of time rap requires you to leave the streets alone to focus? Was it hard for you to juggle these two things?
Oh yeah, for sure. Cause it just felt like this. And I'm gonna be totally honest and transparent, my nigga. Like, you know what I'm saying? I ain't the type of nigga to sit here and sugarcoat shit. But when it was Ross' turn and we was on the road and we was doing everything, and then when you know, everybody was a group effort. When it was Gunplay's turn, it was crickets. You see what I'm saying? So it's like, it was hard for me. What you want me to do? Nobody's. It's like I got hit records. Nobody's giving me a budget. Nobody's doing nothing. So what you want me to fucking do?
And hit.
What would you like me? What would you like me to do? Do more? Do more? Give another hit record and do more and never get no money? Or would you? What you want me to see is go back in these streets and go ahead and tap these pockets,
right?
Like I have to do. You see what I'm saying? Like this is what I did. This is what I didn't want to do.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? But since niggas don't understand and niggas want to be, okay, we don't know who Gunplay is. Fuck, nigga, give me that chain. Let me get all that because I'm back. You see what I'm saying? That was literally a cry for help for real when I look back and see that now.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Let me get that.
Right.
Let me get that. So you
showing them like I really would do this.
Yeah, you know, push me back in the street. So I mean, what you really want me to do? Like, you know, I'm for everything. I was down for the program for over.
I ain't gonna lie, when he first talking about getting in the streets, half these dudes are always insinuating a certain thing. So I just assumed he was talking about selling deed, but he talking about Jack by mine, give me that bunker, taking thing, go out to the street taking thing. I can relate to that lifestyle versus the dope dealing lifestyle. If you know, you know. Free SPI Uno.
10, 15 years, and it's my turn, and then nobody lifted a finger, made a phone call or nothing for the old boy. You see what I'm saying? So what you want me to fucking do?
That's crazy, because you had some
killer features.
And from the outside looking in.
But then when you
Like
sign,
that.
when I'm signed to a label like Maybach Music, I'm my hands tied. It's all up on the big dog. And then if he don't want to get me a budget, then he won't get me a budget.
You and
Okay,
Damn, I gotta chime in right there, cause what you know about the big dog from the label calling you in regards to Beautiful World saying, yo, B, you know you got a joint. Look like you spent $250,000 on that video when you really spent less than 10,000. And he like, this is what we gonna do. You also had turned in a film that you had starred in independently alongside Master P. He had expressed interest in purchasing in the film. This is a call that came incoming out the blue that you didn't expect. And he like, yeah, we gonna I'm gonna purchase the film and then we'll let you travel around and promote Beautiful as the lead single off the soundtrack. Whether we eventually put out a soundtrack or not, that's not important. At least you have something to move around and promote independently of everybody else while you out there on the road. And he never followed through. On my mama. Curtis will never address that while he run around and say, oh, if he had a record, it would have worked. He'll never recall that conversation and then explain why he didn't follow through. On my mama. So I can relate to what he's talking about. In the same season, I co-starred in an episode of Numbers, opposite of Wood Harris, the lead in Paid in Full. Also co-starred opposite of Michael B. Jordan in an episode of Cold Case where I had the lead. He co-starred as I was the star of the episode. And that was on the biggest network on television, CBS. So these are all the things that I was putting in place for myself as an artist to make a label be incentivized to push my career forth. And none of it was, moved upon.
aren't close anymore?
I ain't gonna lie, like, not really. Like, as of lately, nah. I'm, you know what I mean? But,
y'all don't talk at all.
nah.
Was there
did
anything
that
that the
happen?
industry did to you that you've never publicly said out loud?
Say that one more time.
Was there anything that the industry did to you that you've never actually publicly said out loud?
I mean, I could go in. I could guess. They
go in
had
and
me motherfucking. They had me selling my publishing. Basically sold my publishing for $50,000. They gave me $25,000 up front. We never did a second Triple C album for me to get the other $25,000, but I still ended up paying back $50,000.
What?
Yeah. Sony ATV, this is facts. And then my first album that I dropped, Matt Middleton and a bitch named Megan Price that was managing me at the time, they thought I was cooked.
Yeah.
So what they did was amend my contracts. So my back end of $75,000 for my first fucking album, it went to them. So I got fucked for that. So fuck Matt Middleton, fuck Megan Price and everybody who put potholes in my road to success.
Thanks.
Cause that when that karma knocking, I just hope that you dressed. You see what I'm saying? That's it, my nigga.
Because it's crazy because you see
That's wild.
how you front line shit. You played the soldier position, you know what I'm saying, when it came to MMG. Niggas knew if you fucking with Ross, you fucking with Gunplay. It was just like you didn't have, if you gonna say some shit about this man gonna
That shit
follow
don't
up.
count in the industry though, son.
And then you get a hit.
Damn facts, that shit don't count. This G-Unit crap, full-fledged, like to a whole other level. That shit don't count in the industry. And deliver from an artist standpoint with no development from the label. A&R, Dre McKenzie, but hey, it was really all self-established, took my advance and established the Blue Room. My own studio with the Avalon. I didn't have the C8, the C800, but I had the AU87. You feel me? Oh my, blah blah blah. We was in full swing, function, quite productive, man. But that don't always matter.
Record. I'm on the outside looking in. I don't know nothing. It just feels like once you get a hit, I can understand if you dropping duds and then your man like, bro, this just ain't it, dog.
And we had yams.
You gotta keep working.
We had yams, straight yams. That was the first one. That was my first record that everybody. Come on now, you know what I'm saying? It didn't make the Deeper Than Rap album. I was told to put on that record to put shout out Deeper Than Rap. Promoting the album, thinking it's gonna be on the album. Nah, that was just promoting the album. Thank you. Going about your business. You see what I'm saying? So that was the first one, and the next one was Rolling. You know what I'm saying? Waka Flocka.
When that shit hit around tax time, bro.
Exactly. That was what I'm saying. And then
that was my fucking record.
Debbie stopped that one along with nobody wanting to get a budget for me. So Debbie stopped that one. She said she had gave that to Ross and not me, but I got it and turned it into a hit record. It wasn't a real hit record. I had to spice it up, you know. Ain't no shade on Waka. That's my dog. But let's be honest here. You know what I'm saying? Like I done turned this shit into something different, bro. You feel me? So, that's Waka Mama.
Waka Mama, yeah.
Yeah. Debbie is Waka Mama. You know what I'm saying? So she ain't clear that one. And then Bible on the Dash. Just nothing. Just nobody, just nothing.
I refuse.
Still signed to, whatever. And then the next one was I get called 1:30 in the morning. Never forget it. The Fat Boy called me and say, yo, I got a record for you to get on. Ironically, it's called Nobody's Favorite. And it ironically just happened to be everybody's favorite. The label was even asking when are we shooting the video. It took them 5 months to shoot it, and even though it was the most played on it, and Yvette, shout out to Yvette, she just kept trying to push for me. But at the end of the day, he said he wanted it to be a street single. That's what Yvette told me. So I was like, okay, he wanted to stay in the streets. So all right. So that was the fourth time, and after that, it's just like.
Nigga. During that time when it was you, Ross, Meek, Wale, Stally,
Torch,
like, what do you remember most from that time working with all these guys? And all these guys.
I'm gonna be honest again, dog. I hate being honest, dog.
We be honest. That's why people love you.
I just couldn't understand why I didn't get a deal.
Right.
Why was I still on Def Jam and y'all was doing that, knowing I was a day one nigga, like knowing. You know what I'm saying?
Thank you for saying that.
So it's like
we was all wondering that. Shit.
I was wondering that
shit.
But
this is somewhat a glaze fest for Gunplay. I see. Well, carry on.
It is what it is.
Thank you for saying
it. It is what it is. You know what I'm saying? That's why I could honestly say, like when it comes down to it, yeah. If being around somebody, that's not putting anybody on a person.
Facts. He cooking though. I can relate to a lot of points he made. Man, letting me just be around is not putting me on. Keeping your word, following through, supporting the great work that I've done and turned in, that's putting somebody on, bro.
That has put in the work, and then you tell that person, okay, bring me a hit record, and you bring that person a hit record and nothing gets done, then that's just basically saying fuck you. You know what I'm saying? Like I just felt like a slap in the face, you know what I'm saying? So that's why I just had to make my own way, my nigga, and just do it what I got and just keep it moving. So I feel like I put myself on, you know what I'm saying? I did that. I put in that work, you know what I'm saying? Like I had to get up and grind that shit out, and I ain't get no money from it. Right. So I basically put myself on, you know what I'm saying? Fuck that.
You voiced that shit to Ross ever, like, yo, what's going on? Knowing you probably have.
Of course I did, but then they'll play ping pong. So, Def Jam, it's on Def Jam, and then Def Jam say it's on Fat Boy, and then Fat Boy says something, I'm tired, let me just go ahead on about my business, bro. Nobody want to do nothing, I'll just go ahead on and rob me some, do what I do. do what I do best, then fuck it. That's what y'all want me to do? Fuck it.
Now, you gained a lot of niggas respect, man, back then when you 50 Cent and all them, his whole team tried to jump you and you stood tall.
Men make moves.
Sucker stand still.
I had a feeling he was gonna bring that up. They gonna try to paint it well, but I believe back then that was seen well widely as ass whooping. I don't know how well he stood up, if he had any choice, if he tried to run or not. But can't agree with what he says a lot about the industry, these labels, these people, and these situations, how it goes. He hit all those nails pretty much on the head with the hammer on my mama.
Let me get you on camera. Where you from?
California.
No, for real. You know, I'm serious though.
Watts, baby.
I know where you from though. Where you from?
Eastside PJ Watts.
I'm from Grace 2 Rock, nigga.
Right.
They call you, homie.
Big Slice.
Big Slice.
Yes, yes.
All right, nigga. They call me Puto, cuz.
Right.
You in that hustle. Big shout out to SPR, Spotter Low. You know, I'm in the black box. Had to come through, tap in, show love one time. Yeah, y'all make sure y'all subscribe. Stay tuned. All that.